All right. What is going on, people? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, this morning I had some people try to hijack the channel. Um, I need to make this message because after all of the information that I've gotten, we're going to move forward in a different direction. I have a social media policy where if you are talking about some silly stuff, you're deleted, you're blocked. And I had not one, but two women try to start this conversation. And I'm going to have this conversation today, and this will be the last time I will address it. I, as a black man, do not care if you, as a black man, marry a white, Hispanic, Asian woman. I don't care. If you are a successful black man with a business, you're on my team. I don't care who you marry. I don't care who you sliding your penis up in. I really don't care. That is a silly, silly conversation. So it was talking about, like, since you care about black wealth, why are you supporting non-black women with your money? I'm sitting there like, I've been doing topics for months. I've not talked about relationships. That's Kevin Samuels' purview. I'm not Kevin Samuels. That's Kevin Samuels' purview. I'm not Kevin Samuels. And, it's getting kind of out of hand. So that's pretty much what's going to happen because they were trying to start a conversation. And this is my advice to you. If you want to push your agenda, go ahead, start your own YouTube channel and talk about it and develop your audience. We're not going to be talking about like Byron Allen, who's worth 400 million, who employs thousands of black people, is disregarded because he's married to a white woman, even though Byron Allen by himself is doing more for more black folks than these folks who just have a philosophy. A philosophy. They're talking about, the community, the culture, but they're not doing anything for the culture. No. The cryptos, like, I'm just blocking them and I'm going to get the moderators. I mean, Raining Woman, it is ridiculous. I did not start a charity. Alan Anderson, 100%. Because guess what? Diana Ross married a white billionaire and nobody said boo. Nobody said boo. And I have not talked about my personal life on this channel. I've not even actually, I did show a receipt. But at the end of the day, who I date and who I choose to spend my time with is of no one's concern but mine and the person I'm sharing time with. Oh, Alan Anderson, this is crazy. Alan Anderson, I'm like, I'm serious because they was trying. Pretty much. Omar, yeah, these business principles do apply to anyone who wants to put them in there. They let Bill Cosby go under, and he was with a black woman. Look at how they treated Ice Cube, who's with a black woman, Snoop Dogg, who's with a black woman. Being with a black woman doesn't matter. Because essentially, those types just want to blow your money, not grow your money, man. Honestly, I don't know what happens in Canada. My stuff is designed for the U.S. So unless the Canadian system is very similar to the U.S., I couldn't tell you. Thank you, X-Blind Loyalty. Pretty much. Because, I mean, they were getting ready to get something started because it was one. And then I just like went ahead and blocked both of them and deleted it and just cut it off in the tracks. Hey. Well, they don't really watch the channel. They react to the channel. And I don't even know where that conversation came because one of them even called me a hypocrite. And this is part of the deprogramming that we got to go through because I'm just sitting here like, where's this coming from? So going forward, we will be talking about black business topics only, how to build a black business, how to scale a black business, how to grow a black business, how to create products. That's all we're going to be talking about. We're not going to be talking about any of this silly, crazy, trivial, black politics. We're not going to talk about that because this is something that I have seen as a problem for many, many years when I speak of the hoteps. Look, if I kind of see it like this, it's like you got to be married to a black woman. You got to live in the black neighborhood. You got to have a black business that serves black people for you to be considered a success. Here's something that's funny. My first digital product, 95% of my customers were white. I guess that makes me a sellout. Hey, it is crazy. Pretty much, Agent J Pool, pretty much. I mean, I was just sitting there like, because, I was sitting there that was thinking this morning. Today was a planning day, a research day. I got to get the email out for y'all. And we need to create a movement. We need to create a mission because I was sitting there and I was thinking, there's like 154,000 black businesses, 154. If we can double that number, that's going to be a game changer. That's going to be a game changer. So I'm reevaluating my goals. Rob for real estate, I agree. Hey. I mean, it's funny. That's what we're going to be discussing, Cammie. That's what we're going to be discussing. We need more bosses in the community. Absolutely. Allen Iverson, Allison, man. Polly Robinson, I really, really don't know. I don't know because essentially I'm getting ready to revamp everything. getting ready to increase the training, because if we can create, because when I came up with my goal, my mission to create 50,000 corporate citizens, that's just a number I pulled out of the air, right? And now I'm seeing that is significant. So we need to create more entrepreneurs. We need to create more business people. And that's what this channel is going to be about. That's going to be the mission. That's going to be, and we're not going to deal with any of this silly stuff. And like the crypto people, for the, actually, let me mod up some people here. Hold on a second. Because if anyone comes in the chat talking about crypto, immediately ban them. Just go ahead and get them up out of here. Let me see. Let me get off in here. I don't know why my stuff be logging me out. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Because I got to come in this way to mod some people up. Let me mod some more people up. Let me mod some people up, because essentially I don't even have to be talking about crypto, and one of those clowns would come in here and they will start talking smack, because we're going to be talking about a lot of black businesses. We're going to be talking about building black businesses, starting black businesses. All right. Because we're going to have to get ready for war. We're going to have to get ready for war, because we have got some craziness going on, man. All right. Modded up some people real quick, because essentially what's going to happen, and let me share the vision with you. If we can create 100,000 new black businesses in the next 10 years by educating people and training people, what can we really, really do? There's a big, Alan Anderson. You go up here, if Muhammad can attest to this. You go up here to Gwinnett and you go to Pleasant Hill Road, and you will see nothing but Asian banks. And Asians only make up 5.6% of the population. You will see many, many Asian banks, many Asian banks. Yeah, we're not going to be talking about that stuff. We're going to get rid of the crypto people. We're going to get rid of the gender politics, because I admire Byron Allen. This man, he went from a comedian to someone worth close to $500 million. That's an amazing accomplishment. And people are dismissing this dude because he has a white wife. He ain't black. Yeah, like with Kevin Samuels, I actually heard him going off on the feminists today. It was really interesting. But What do y'all think about this mission to create 100,000 black businesses? Hey, we're going to get them up out of here. Propaganda is a big reason why the black community is the way it is. Because, I'm a little sensitive because I'm like, I'm not even talking about that. And for them to go ahead and I'm a hypocrite because I'm talking about black wealth. I'm a hypocrite. And this whole thing, it's just crazy. Ron's, that is 100% true. Like I predict that half the quarterbacks in the NFL will be black. This year we've got Justin Fields, Kellen Mond, and another guy that's going to get drafted. So we're moving up in the ranks. Trying to get free advertising. Hey, if anyone that comes in here starting with that crypto talk, just get them out. All right. So we're going to talk about this because essentially the new training that's going to drop off Monday is going to be talking about stepping into the world of entrepreneurship and with the realities of it, because I want to help people build durable business models that they can actually, leave to their children, lessons they can teach their children. Ready for war? I'm like, if you as a woman are finding it difficult to pair up with the type of man you want, that would be an internal problem. That wouldn't be an external problem. That would be an internal problem. Yes, it can be attained by us. We just got to get it in gear. Yeah, there's a guy here on YouTube who speaks Mandarin, and it's a whole YouTube channel, him going in and shocking Asian people by speaking their language. It's like 1 million subscribers. Man. Yeah, because essentially we need to create this movement. We need to create this agenda. We need to have this mission, because I was reading an article that most businesses are owned by white men. The majority, like 64% of businesses in America are owned by white men. And I have a feeling the second largest ownership would be white women. I wouldn't be surprised if white men and white women own 80 to 90% of the businesses in America. And he who owns the businesses, he has the cash, they have the power. Look at what happened with this pandemic. The American people got a stimulus check. How much was the first stimulus check for? Was it $1,200, I believe? And then they got $600, and now they got $1,400. So collectively, the American public got $3,200. I am the recipient of $150,000 as a business owner. Business owners are winning. They're winning. So that's going to be the goal, because I need to write this up, because essentially we got to get more people involved and get more people on board. All right. Hey, I admire all of them. They've done great things. Reginald Lewis, married to an Asian woman. That was a problem for a lot of people. So this is something that we can duplicate, but I don't think there's the agenda in place. You know, I had a lot of pushback when I said this channel was for men because that was the original purpose that I created. Because, when I was homeless, when I was going through it, there was nobody there for me. I had a few close friends who looked out for me. But as a man, when you fall and you don't have family, you are on your own. That is a lonely, hard road to walk. And that's one of the reasons that I say the things I do, that I create the content that I do. And also, in speaking in terms of relationships, if you find some skinny, corny little white girl that makes you happy, you should go with that. If you find some big, fat white woman that makes you happy, you should go with that. Because at the end of the day, you got to live with you. And I'm seeing a lot of channels that get on this. Well, they're not pretty and they're not this and they're not that. And I'm going to say it, the average black woman fat. The average, the norm, that's the norm. And I'm just sitting there like, crypto banging. John S., I'm going to tell you why you're not seeing democratic workspaces instead of totalitarian businesses. When you become an entrepreneur and you become a business owner, you will find out that the people that you employ will not have the same energy, drive, or the urgency that you do. There's a reason that there is usually one or a handful of people at the top, because these people are different. And the average person doesn't have that juju, so to speak. They're giving free land in Canada? Wow. Oh, interviews are coming back. I need to actually go over and speak to my neighbor. Killer Mike, shout out to him. He's trying to create a bank. Loshi 500, he just died? He was young. He was a young guy. And that's actually Loshi 500 was one of them. And there's another white guy who speaks Chinese, and his channel is like 1 million subscribers. Wow. Yeah, he just passed away. That's sad. Dang, I didn't know that. Hey, we're and another thing, I'm not going to diss or even talk about other YouTubers. We're going to be very, very focused on building a black business agenda. A friend tried to warn me about the dangers of ownership. Most people don't want the responsibility of ownership. When you are an owner, it is a responsibility. It's something that you have to maintain. It's something that you have to work on. Something you have to do. All right, Minister Washington. Man, that is funny. Well, it's more than that. It is like if you're white, you more than likely have a family member that started a business, and that's a great advantage. Um, so we will see. Hey, your paperwork better be in order, young man. It better be in your order. Well, here's the thing, man. Like, be real with Reginald Lewis. It is a real story, but Reginald Lewis is discounted because he was married to an Asian woman. You know, this is black politics silliness, and like I said, those two clowns that was trying to start some stuff this morning, because essentially one of the things that happens in the comment section is some people will put comment bait. They would put an inflammatory comment to draw more people, and I already saw where that was going. An apology more in like, can you help me understand how to do this? The agenda to build must come from a steady income that is regular and exponential. Well, that's your job. Like, I never recommend anyone to quit their job to start a business. I say start a business while you have a job. So that's going to be your job income. We will see, man. We will see, Pody. That's funny. I think it really depends because, there are some beautiful, stable, great black women out there because the majority of black men are married to black women, the majority. And the majority of these black men are married to black women and they have black children. That's the majority. But for some reason, it burns the buttons of some people when a black man exercises his personal prerogative to date whoever the damn well he wants to date. Alan, this is one of the reasons I created this channel for men, and the women who come here who enjoy the content and stuff, welcome. But this is for men because no one is looking out for the men. Frederick Douglass married a white girl in his later years, didn't make him less black or less a former slave. If the Hoteps today had anything to say about it. Oh, wow. He had a heart attack. That's really sad, Chris Hill. It is very hard to have anything as a single black woman when you fall. I'm gonna disagree with a little bit with you on that because I have seen black women fall upon hard times and move in with big mama and stuff. Like as a man, as a man, you supposed to be lifting some bricks or something. As a man, it's rough. He was 39 years old, had a heart attack. That's wild. What's up, Sippy Black? He died from heart failure. I didn't know that. Melissa, the issue with black banks is that black customers don't make large deposits to keep large account balances, so the bank has less money to lend out to the community. This is kind of like what's going on with the Robinhood app. The Robinhood app account size is like $4,000 compared to E-Trade or Schwab, which is like 200. I think Schwab's like 500,000. It's very different. Yeah, because essentially, I see a lot of people out here, and I even see it in the YouTube ads. that are encouraging people to quit their job. It's like, hey, you signed up, did this for 5 weeks, and then was able to quit their job and kick back and only work 20 hours a week. Sweet Butterfly Girl 17. How do I scale a handmade business? I make decorative cups. Well, first thing you need to do is be able to create a process where you can train someone to help you make those cups. That's the first thing you do, because as long as you're doing it, you're going to wear yourself out and you're only going to make so much money. So you need to be able to create a process where you can train people and employ people, and then you got to work on your marketing. Thank you, Agent J. Poole, because like I said, when I started to dive into those stats, it was like very, very depressing. And I've been talking more about side hustles and side businesses more so than full-fledged businesses for years. And I was unaware of what I was contributing to the community. And I didn't understand that I was teaching people how to create additional income. It wasn't all bad, but I wasn't teaching people how to be free. I wasn't teaching people how to be free. This is true, Rons. Good Lord, Minister Washington. Like, I actually saw the power of generational wealth. I used to work for a guy that inherited his company from his father, and it is very, very powerful. I don't know what they're thinking. A lot of people are crackheads. Eddie Murphy is indeed with a white woman, and they have not one but two children. Roger Marine, you're cracking me up. That's funny. Hey, because essentially we're going to cut that silly stuff out, Cammy. We're not going to even let it get. We're not even going to let it get a foothold, because I was just woke up to it. Because essentially I've been doing YouTube long enough, and I know when something's going to be a problem. I know when a comment's going to be a problem, because there are people who are literally sitting, waiting to get into some negative content and ignore all of the positive content. How much should Southern backs make yearly to live well off, in your opinion? All right, I'm going to say this, and this is going to sound crazy. I feel as a single person, you need to make 100K as a single person. If you have a family, you need to be at 150 to 180 anywhere in the United States. Like I said, I've seen Umar. And you've ever noticed with these people who speak a really good game, as Kevin Davis said, when you start to talk about results, they ain't there, man. They ain't there. If you're a woman and have 4 kids, you get instant help, food, shelter. If you're a single woman working, oh, well, nothing. So y'all telling me it's for the single women, it's like it's for the single men? Pretty much. Roger Marine, you're funny. All right, the other dude, do your thing, man. Pretty much. Like, let's just go ahead and say, if you as a single person fall upon hard times, you have no family, life is going to suck. Life is going to suck. Jabras, I see a lot of people getting into trucking. I see a lot of people getting into Amazon Relay. You know, it's funny. I was driving by my old house. I need to do that tour. I need to get that video together. And there's an Amazon center around the corner where I used to live, up in Stone Mountain. Yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot of people, a lot of business topics and growing businesses and stuff because through my analysis of the YouTube, and we were just talking, one of the things that has happened is I have seen the light, so to speak, because I knew that the channel was going to take a hit in views once I started talking about serious topics because people are looking for that bubblegum content. They're looking for those cheap, fast, easy answers. And it's just not there. My brother's a mechanic. How do I set up his business or LLC? He has a car, a building, and no business. Essentially, what you got to do is go. I mean, you know, the LLC stuff is simple. Essentially, what you got to do is create a marketing campaign to get him customers. We're not doing those 8-hour, 10-hour streams. I could literally use a partner with my real estate, but all I ever known is a man does it alone. I don't even know how to ask. Yeah, that's a man thing because essentially, you know, you've been taught to do it on your own. I was on Clubhouse in this room. It was for Valentine's Day, and they were asking, and I'm really shocked at the number of men that have never dated a woman that spoiled them. I've had the absolute sheer pleasure of dating a woman who was made way more money than me, and she had no problem buying me stuff, taking me on trips. And when I started talking about that, it was just kind of crickets because a lot of people couldn't relate. Black men, do what you need to do, who you love who you love. Nobody's going to help black men when we're emotionally broken and financially broke. Don't be a nice guy, be a conqueror. Pretty much. All right, Romero. You know, like I said, you know, because I don't want to start any quote YouTube beefs, and I've seen a lot of negative comments about Jay Morrison, and I've seen a lot of negative comments about Omar. But once again, this is one of the reasons that I've put this social media policies in place. Is Omar, his critical message is uplift, but he gets into all of this petty personal crap. And same thing with Boyce. And, you know, I'm not going to be doing any celebrity updates or who's dating who. And that has nothing to do with business, man. That has nothing to do with business. That's true. It's hell hiring moms. Can't work over 32 hours a week or else they check up their government spousal support. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know how big it is because I just know that it was built, and I was like, and if I remember correctly, that land was empty. It was empty. Smuggle Run. I started my business 3 years ago, 12, 16 hours a day. No such thing as the 4-hour workday. Pretty much, man. Pretty much. That Amazon, the one in Stone Mountain, it's in a black neighborhood too. Pretty much, Romero. Yes, marketing is key. We're going to be talking a lot about that in the corporate toolbox. personal injury attorney. What's the real advantage of having a holding company? And this is one of the classes I'm going to give. Once you start to think in fifth dimensional corporate chess that you have a holding company and you're going to have not just one company, but you're going to have multiple companies, that is the advantage of having a holding company, because it increases your purchasing power, it increases your wealth, and it increases your mentality, because you're not trying to do this just from one company. You have a multitude of companies. Sweet butterfly girl, I'm gonna say I'm gonna disagree with that, because my butt doesn't get out of bed to 8:30. I used to get up at 4, but essentially, if you can have 8 to 10 hours of productivity during the day, you're good to go. I mean, I'm Alan Anderson. That's funny. That is wild. We're going to get into a different level of content, man. So that is wild. The women that spoil men, those men don't ever marry them. How many men have spoiled women that have not married them? Think about that too. I mean, that, the shoe goes both ways. So yeah, we're gonna. This is gonna be a fuckery free zone. We're not gonna be talking about that stuff. Thank you, enhanced utility. Essentially, when you look at JayZ, who is a billionaire, and you look at the deals they do, you got to understand that these guys are friends. And Jack Dorsey, like, I'm gonna give you the sauce, as they like to say. You got a friend who's a billionaire, and he's gonna put 300 billion in a company you own. Whether it works out or not, this person's life is not going to change, so they can take these kind of risks. Is it a good risk? Is there? I have no idea. I don't know anything about the music industry, so I cannot intelligently speak upon it. But I can talk about that move was probably more about relationships than anything else. Pretty much. Really? Amazon gets the port to open up? That's crazy. Pretty much. Most of Alphabet, which owns Google and YouTube, is a holding company. Hey, you got to be productive. Hey, man. No, man, she was a good girl. She would like pay for dinner. She took me on a few trips. She was a good girl. All right. Jabras, that may be true, because like essentially we're about to be a drama free zone. We're about to be a fuckery free zone. I'm not going to get into beefs with other YouTubers. If there's someone that's got some funky going on, I'm going to keep my opinions to myself, and I'm just going to start to focus on getting as many black folks into business owners as possible, and leave the drama to the mamas and get away from that. No, you got to pay taxes on that money. You will not be exempt. Yeah, I'm just not like a lot of the trends. They're not durable and sustainable, man. They're just not. Omar, congratulations on that new paid off car. Congratulations. I like to hear that. I think it was about relationships, but I don't know anything about the music industry. All right. There you go. Alicia Archer posted something. We're still friends. She married some other dude. Thank you, personal injury attorney. Well, essentially, the average small business income is 71,000. So that means a lot of businesses don't have processes, employees, or scaling going on. All right, cool, cool, cool. That's something I'm thinking about doing, Mr. Minister Washington. I'm thinking about doing that. Hey, oh, congratulations, Mark. Making that money, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, it's monetized. Nope, just right here. So that's all I wanted to talk to y'all about. We're just go ahead and put that out there. And then tomorrow's topic is going to be more serious. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Also, if you want to become a corporate citizen, the link is below for the art of holding. Catch you guys later.